Hi there. Welcome to the discussion and exploration of Article Number 2, Lesbian, Gay, Bisexual, and Transgender Adolescent School Victimization, Implications for Young Adult Health and Adjustment, an article written by Russell Ryan, Toomey, Diaz, and Sanchez, 2011. Before we start, we wanted to show you a little clip released by the Toronto Police Department promoting Pink Day and the importance of stopping bullying. At the end of the video, we would like you to share your thoughts by answering the prompted question you will see on your screen. Enjoy. Victimization is defined as the action of singling someone out for cruel or unjust treatment. As we just saw in the Toronto Police video, victimization of lesbians, gays, bisexual, and transgendered youth is pervasive in middle schools and in high schools. Victimization ranges from everyday communication use of homophobic discourse, such as the use of "you're so gay" and "fag," to verbal harassment and even physical violence. In 2008, results of a U.S. countrywide survey conducted by Koshu, Diaz, and Graytak indicated that 90% of students reported hearing the word gay used in a derogatory way, and over 85% reported that they were verbally harassed because of their sexual orientation. This article we studied by Russell Ryan, Toomey, Diaz, and Sanchez has examined the long-term implications of LGBT victimizations in young adults between the ages of 21 and 25 years of age. A retrospective survey was conducted and assessed school victimization due to perceived LGBT identity between the ages of 13 and 19 years. The researchers wanted to test the association between LGBT school victimization and young adult depression, suicidal ideation, life satisfaction, self-esteem, substance use and abuse, and sexual risk. The study aimed to examine LGBT victimization in middle school and high school and its influence on young adults' social, emotional, and behavioral adjustment and health. Comparisons revealed that females reported less LGBT victimization when compared with males and transgendered young adults. Females generally reported lower negative mental health and higher positive adjustment when compared with males. These results mirror other articles that have found that high school boys who were bullied by being called gay had greater psychological distress and had more negative attitudes about the school climate compared with other boys who were bullied for other reasons. Prior studies that highlight the link between homophobia and masculinity in the lives of adolescent boys note that the stakes of gender conformity are especially high for boys. Much of the LGBT school victimization that they experience is rooted in a peer culture that demands for conformity to masculine gender. Our study also found that LGBT young adults who reported high victimization during adolescence were 2.6 times more likely to report depression above the clinical cutoff and 5.6 times more likely to report having attempted suicide at least once and having a suicide attempt that required medical attention. Compared with those with low LGBT school victimization, respondents who reported high levels were more than twice as likely to report having had an STD diagnosis and to have been at risk for HIV infection. Further results from the study can be seen on the page.
On February 12th, an openly gay 15-year-old boy named Larry, who was an 8th grader in Oxnard, California, was murdered by a fellow 8th grader named Brandon. Larry was killed because he was gay. Days before he was murdered, Larry asked his killer to be his Valentine. I don't want to be political. This is not political. I'm not a political person, but this is personal to me. A boy has been killed and a number of lives have been ruined. And somewhere along the line, the killer, Brandon, got the message that it's so threatening and so awful and so horrific that Larry would want to be his Valentine, that killing Larry seemed to be the right thing to do. And when the message out there is so horrible that to be gay, you can get killed for it, we need to change the message.
School bullying is a widespread public health problem. School victimization of LGBT students and those who are perceived to be gay or gender nonconforming has been reported for decades, and experts report that it appears to be increasing in prevalence and severity and involves more vicious behaviors and deadlier outcomes than in previous years. More recently, there has been widespread attention to the number of suicides that are closely linked to anti-LGBT school victimization. So, what can schools do? Results suggest that even slight reductions in LGBT school victimization for those who experience it most in middle school and in high school would result in significant long-term health gains, and that there should be an educational and public health priority to reduce victimization for these groups. Elevated levels of suicide attempts, risk for HIV infection, STD diagnoses, and depression provide a clear public health rationale for implementing safe school programs to prevent bias-related and anti-LGBT bullying. Some of the ways that schools can help are by enforcing clear and inclusive anti-discrimination and anti-harassment policies that include LGBTQ identity and gender expression, having a place where students can go to for support and information about LGBTQ concerns, having school staff regularly intervene when bias-motivated harassment happens, having gay-straight alliances and other student-sponsored diversity clubs, integrating LGBTQ issues into the curriculum. It is crucial for school administrators and educators to continue to advocate for and to implement LGBTQ inclusive policies and programs to promote safe and supportive learning environments where all students are protected from bias-motivated victimization and harassment and are free to learn and flourish in schools feeling included and as part of their own school community. Thank you.